Hello everyone, my name is Rob, welcome to Kinetic Rugby League. In this video I'm going to be giving you my match review of England versus Papua New Guinea from the quarterfinals of the Rugby League World Cup. So let's get started. Starting with the losing team, which was Papua New Guinea, they put 6 points past England, they completed at 65%, they had 42 missed tackles, 12 errors and didn't win in any stats areas, unfortunately. In the first 30 minutes, on TV they showed in the first 30 minutes, Papua New Guinea had 49 metres. That's it. 49 metres, whilst England had 694. I was incredibly disappointed with how Papua New Guinea played, especially in the first half. We'll get on to the second half, which was a different story in a minute, but the first half was unbelievably poor. Too many easy metres down the middle. They allowed Burgess to completely dominate. I think in the first half he had 108 run metres, which typically a lot of props might only get in a whole game, but played about 25 minutes in the first half, had 108 run metres, a boatload of post-contact metres, the most on the team at the time, and a try to go with it as well. It was just way too easy for him. England spreading the ball allowed them to get even more metres, because Papua New Guinea tried to bunch up down the middle to slow the props down, and then they'd spread the ball, and then they're out of position, and sort of England were taking advantage of the lack of experience of like Roderick Ty, for example, and Tommy Makinson was able to get a couple tries early on in the first half. But the second half was so much better. A lot stronger in defence. When they actually did try and move the ball, because eventually, when there was a point they got the ball after about 32 minutes, they did spread the ball because they had to at that point. They were down by 38 points. They had to spread the ball, and they looked quite dangerous doing it. They started to make good meters and looked like they could maybe pick up some tries. Definitely stronger in defence. The props of England were still being allowed to get too many meters, but second half was overall a lot better. I don't really know how it went so wrong. I predicted 48-24. That's what I predicted. So 2 points off for England, but I felt that Papua New Guinea were going to be so much stronger in this game. I don't know how it ended up like this, and I don't want to hear anyone, because I understand that this argument comes up quite a few times involving Papua New Guinea games, but it's got nothing to do with referees or the bunker. The guy running that was Australian, by the way, so there's no excuses there. The referee was fine. The only things I will admit against England is I think that the last try for Tommy Makinson, I think, was a metre forward, and in George Williams' try in the first half, I think of the 3 layoff passes, I think at least 2 of them might have been forward as well. So eliminate 2 tries for forward passes and it's still a battering. So I don't want to hear anything about the referees in this game. Papua New Guinea were just not good enough. However, as a whole in this tournament, they have been solid. They've ticked the one box, as Brian Noble said on the broadcast today, they've ticked the one box, which is a bare minimum, is effort. Papua New Guinea always give 100% effort, and they definitely didn't give up today. You could tell that there was frustration settling in, and they started to be a bit aggressive with the tackling, and you know, they were definitely frustrated, giving away stupid penalties, but the effort was certainly there, which is just a minimum from Papua New Guinea every time. But yeah, disappointed it had to go this way. I expected so much better, so much more quality in attack and defence, but the progress that Papua New Guinea's made, especially since the last World Cup, I can tell that there's a big difference, and they'll develop over the next couple of years. Players like Cal Labert will be in his sort of prime, hopefully, getting regular minutes in a higher level. Lachlan Lamb will hopefully be a solidified player in Super League in a few years' time as well, with the Lee Leopards. So, and Ipape as well. So there's certainly established players for Papua New Guinea that can come back in a few years' time and have another go and just be an overall better side. So they've had a decent go this tournament. I've liked what I've seen from them. It's just a very unfortunate way to end. Moving on to the winning team, which was England. They put 46 points past Papua New Guinea. They completed at 82%. They had 59% possession, 7 line breaks, 14 offloads, a tackle efficiency of 89.82%, and I would say 7 errors. They didn't have as many errors as Papua New Guinea. At 7 to PNG's 12, but 7 errors is still a bit of a handful. But yeah, solid tackle efficiency, good number of offloads to keep the players going. 7 line breaks is really solid, and 59% possession is always going to allow you to be on the front foot. But the first 30 minutes from England was outstanding. It was nearly perfect. I don't think there was an error in the first 30 minutes. So when I say nearly perfect, I'd say maybe because that was maybe 1, 2, or maybe 3 sets didn't end up in a try. That's it. It was so dominant for the first 30 minutes. Getting repeat sets, getting another repeat set, then scoring a try, getting the ball back. The props making so many meters getting through the middle. Getting to the try line of Papua New Guinea. Either getting a try or a repeat set again. It was just constant pressure, time and time again. And that was, you know, there was so much hard work, so much creativity. You know, the kicks from Tompkins and Williams were always effective. And players like Tommy Makinson, who's got a ton of pace, you know, always going to be, and a ton of experience, are always going to be ready to latch onto those kicks. I thought the second half was a bit sloppy. There was a lack of creativity. There were way too many mistakes, but the defence was just as strong as it was in the first half. But yeah, the second half, I think a lot of that was down to PNG shutting England down, but it was a little bit one-dimensional again, so it wasn't as free-flowing, which is unfortunate. And knowing what Sean Wayne's like as a coach, he's going to be hammering that into the England side about the mistakes. He's going to be happy with the first half especially, but the second half was very sloppy, and England will need to kind of remove that from their game, especially going up against Tonga or Samoa next up. But yeah, final word on Tommy Makinson. Got himself 5 tries, which is an England record. Dominic Young couldn't get that last week, unfortunately, but Tommy Makinson, he's been in Super League for a long time. I've always rated him extremely highly. Loads of pace, great finisher, and is an overall nice guy, to be honest. So very happy for him getting his 5 tries and that record. But yeah, I like where England's at the moment. They need to smooth some things up at the minute. I would say they're a little bit like New Zealand at the moment, in terms of they've got the quality to kind of make things happen, be creative, but it's still not quite perfect, and they'll have their lapsed moments. So I would say that England and New Zealand are kind of on par at the moment. At this point of recording, I've not yet seen the New Zealand feature game, and I'm literally going to go watch it as soon as I'm done with this, so I guess I'll see how right that is. But yeah, very solid from England. I like where they're at. Disappointed with Papua New Guinea's end to the tournament, but England look really strong, and I think, you know, it's going to be a tough match against either Samoa next time round or Tonga are going to give them a good go. I see England get into the final, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But yeah, very solid first half, sloppy second half, which they'll definitely work through. But yeah, let's see what Papua New Guinea can do in a few years' time, and let's see what England can do for the rest of the World Cup. So just before I wrap up this video, I just want to say something on Papua New Guinea, or anybody watching that's from Papua New Guinea. At this point, there will be no typically planned PNG related videos, but the thing is, over the last couple of weeks I've done about just under 50 videos, and all of my Papua New Guinea related videos have had incredible support. The subscriber count's gone up massively, the viewership's gone up massively, the likes, the comments. There's so many people from Papua New Guinea that have been so respectful and so engaging with this channel, which I appreciate so much. So at this point, it's unlikely that there will be another planned or scheduled PNG related video in the future, but if there's anybody watching this video from PNG, and the most likely are, because I typically get great support from PNG. If there's any kind of content you would like me to cover that's related to Papua New Guinea in some way, let me know, and I could maybe do that as like a way to build up the profile more of PNG, and as a thank you for being so supportive over the last couple of weeks. So yeah, just let me know. But to end this video, if you have any thoughts on the England versus Papua New Guinea game, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with new content. You can also follow the social media accounts in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.